is a beautiful day in Germany and a new week is starting, and I am so motivated to get reading again. I have set myself a goal of 582 pages this week, which is a lot lower than normal, but I think it is hitting the realistic threshold that I can do, because it is roughly 100 pages per day while I'm traveling again, and it is 50 pages on the weekend when I have my nieces here. But I really want to get to these 3 books. I need to finish Lifelike, which I'm pretty much halfway. Then I need to finish 1,000 Roads Home, which I am a third of the way, and I have presents to open. And then I want to start a Blades of Black, which is the first Willoughby that I got for the prompt to get a sassy, snarky character like Spike from Buffy. And I'm a little bit worried that they took the Spike from Buffy prompt a little bit too literal, and they're giving me like urban fantasy like Buffy the Vampire Slayer books and not the character. So let's see how that turns out. I'm really eager to get to this. So let's hope to get 582 pages done this week. My day today is full of work because I'm going on another trip. I will be flying to Paris, out to Paris tomorrow afternoon. So today I need to get some washing done, and other than that, yeah, just recharge, get everything in order. Besides that, just tons and tons of work. Probably I'll go shopping really quick with my son, so he has some food while I'm gone. All right, let's get cracking. As you can see, I tried to dye my hair a little. I am so in the mood for like some pinkish highlights. It's slowly drying and I'm excited to see how it came out. I did get another 54 pages reading in, so it's picking up. It's not 100 as I wanted to, but it's a lot better than last week. I love how the characters are being more and more fleshed out. I love how you feel like there's not much that surprises you really, but it's still building the characters. So yeah, I enjoy this book a lot. Tomorrow morning I have to pack for my trip. So I'll try and get another hour of editing in. I have last week's vlog done, but I haven't done the week before, and that's like a lot more footage. I'm hoping to get that done quickly, but with going on the trip, etc., I would have to get it done tonight, but that's not gonna happen because I don't think I'm going to be able to edit a full vlog in an hour. All right, let's get an hour of editing done and then get to bed, do some work, pack, and around noon I'm already leaving again. Well, I am ready to leave. Luckily this time with a much lighter suitcase. And look, guess what? The pinkish hair kind of worked, so quite happy about that. I do have another 2 to 3 hours work to do, but I might not be able to do that while I am on the train. So depending on if I can get a place with a table, which I don't think is possible on that train, I'll just continue reading. Let's get going to the train to get to the plane in time. I kind of feel like a clown a little bit today. I love this like yellowy top. It's almost like a dress, but I just threw this scarf on as well because I thought, oh, it might actually get a little bit cold. And now look at me. I look like a clown. Oh shit, I think the train's coming in. I don't have a ticket yet. Ooh. honestly, this book has me tearing up over and over. This book has so many like little things every other chapter that is so touching, and like small gestures, small little things, and I'm like, oh, I love this experience right now. So we're on page 227, opening our next gift, which is in this little box. I was wondering what this could be, if it could be like a fan or a pen, and yeah, even reading this page I was like, what can it be, what can it be? And now the last sentence before says he threw his teaspoon onto the table, so I'm guessing it could be a teaspoon, but honestly it must be a heck nice teaspoon to count as a gift. So I'm quite excited to see what it actually is. It's luckily an easy package. And it is a spoon. Tom's teaspoon. Well, it looks a lot larger than just a teaspoon. It's actually a nice spoon. Wrapped nicely. It's actually a nice spoon. I am surprised, but I'm actually probably going to use it. Look at this. Isn't that like a gold and pink spoon? As if it was made for me. Look, it's like it's matching my hair. I love this. Really good products. So I have to find a place at the airport to wash this. So I can probably use it after. I can use it for my daily yogurt. I love this spoon. Gold and pink. How did they know? I just landed in Paris. I did get around 50 pages done. It sounds like a chore, but it's so nowadays. It still is really surprising me. Every other chapter there's something that I'm loving, that I feel emotional about. I love how the character is developing and is finding her home, her place in an unusual place to do so. It's just amazing to follow that story. So I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm looking forward to how this ends. It is 6 p.m. I'm still running around the airport. I'm having trouble getting my car. Just some like payment, credit card issues, and the travel agency that's supposed to help me is not really helpful at that point. Just been on the phone with them for 2 hours, so I'm kind of done now. My colleague should have landed now as well, so I am now going back to the rental car agency, and I'm waiting for my colleague to join. Wednesday morning. I'm just getting ready to go to breakfast and check out. I read another 30 pages last night, and I'm still loving this book so much. I love the characters. It's just a little bit different. I haven't read a book about somebody with autism, or I think Asperger's, that handled illness that well, that handled illness, mental health and mental illness in a way that was trying to make the person normal, or following this person while she's navigating being normal. Being normal sounds awful, but finding her place, finding her home in society without being labeled as somebody with autism, without having to be labeled, and just being yourself. And it's just an awesome read. So we are back at the airport, giving back the rental car. It is 7 p.m. It took way too long to get here. Need to find dinner, need to close out a few things for work, and we have to get up at 3 a.m. So let's see how much reading I'm actually going to be able to do. Probably not much, but I'd love to try, because I would love to finish out this book soon. So we did have a full productive day back at the airport. Our flight tomorrow morning is at 7 a.m. So I think we need to be inside the airport by 4:30, 5 o'clock. So it's going to be a very early morning. I somehow need to find a way to call it an early night. I am quite tired, so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that. But I am quite afraid that I'm still going to be awake for a lot longer than I want to, and I still don't get anything done because I'm trying to sleep. So fingers crossed that I'm going to sleep early. Wish me luck that if I stay awake any minute longer, that any minute longer is just for a good reason. I cannot believe that this is happening to me again. I just was looking for my free welcome drink. Look where it's at. On the freaking floor. Right after I did this just 2 weeks ago in London. So I had one last glass of wine with my colleague. It is now 10 minutes to 10, and I'm heading towards my room to take a very quick shower and just go to sleep. I really do want to get a few pages reading done, but not tonight. Not tonight. I am the worst. I just tried checking into my flight tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. My flight was this morning. I booked the wrong flight. Luckily, I was on the phone with a travel agent, and I did get one of the last seats on this flight now. That was just a waste of money right now. I do think I have a ticket that can be reimbursed when you miss your flight, and I'm gonna claim that, but still, I'm the worst for it. It's just so obvious that I was doing too many things at the same time during the last few weeks, and this is what happens. I messed up majorly, and I'm so embarrassed to do that kind of stuff. I should not mess up like this, but I do, I guess. Do better next time. last gift, finally, and we are talking about a small scratchy jumper pillow. This is a soft item, so I think this might be a pillowcase. I do hope it is not scratchy. Let's open this one up. It is a pillowcase. It is not scratchy at all. It is a very soft pillowcase. I think this is supposed to have the structure that is described in the book, but it is super soft. It's a nice design that a lot of people could use. It's like just gray and white, and it fits into a lot of design homes. And it's so soft. Oh my gosh. I am most likely going to use this. I am so impressed by the gift picks in this box. So good. Like really practical, good products. I love it so much. It's another 30 pages to go. It is already way too late. But this is pulling on my like hard strings and everything, and I just want to finish this. I'm crying, I'm laughing at the same time. This is making me be so emotional for some reason. It's just heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. And oh, this is so good. I love this. I would probably compare this a little bit to Eleanor Oliphant. Whereas Eleanor Oliphant was more witty, funny, this is more heartbreaking. But to me, it has some of the main like feelings of following a person's perspective, of following somebody's life and how they're handling difficult life situations and curveballs that are being thrown towards them, whilst seeing the world out of a slightly different perspective than people without Asperger's on the autism spectrum. That's what I love about these books. 30 pages to go, but that is already my review unless something majorly changes, which I do not see happening. There's one more open question that I really want answered, and I hope the last 30 pages give this to me. So I need to go to sleep, but I'm probably not going to be able to sleep before I know the answer to how this finishes. All right. I did get my answers. And in a way, it's really beautiful. In a way, I feel like it's a little bit too much. It gets a little bit cheesy. I think sometimes even if I, as a reader, want all the answers and I want everything to be solved, I shouldn't be given everything. Because if you, in like an epilogue, wrap up every single part of the story, every single bit, every single piece, and it just lines up very perfectly, even though it can be beautiful, and it's like really making me emotional, but you shouldn't wrap it all up too neatly, and I think it was just wrapped up a little bit too neatly. Still a wonderful story, still a story that made me cry, and I don't often cry when reading books, to be honest. All right, let's catch some sleep and get on the plane in a few hours. Good night. Morning, I just got up. It's 5:15, getting ready to head over to the airport, which is like almost walking distance. Not my time really, but yeah, I saved time on not doing my makeup this morning. I might do this when we arrive. I'll probably find time. Yeah, I'll just now make sure that I can download the audiobook of Lifelike, so I can continue with Lifelike without it being with me. So I'm in the lounge right now. Sadly, because the flight is boarding in just a few minutes, I just have time for a cup of coffee. But at least it's a decent cup of coffee. I wish I had time to eat a full breakfast here because it does look really, really nice. So we did board on time, which is awesome. I'm still freaking tired. I did have half a cup of coffee before I went out. My colleague was waiting in front and I didn't want to just stay in there, you know. Got some pastries and went out. And we literally arrived at the gate when we were starting to board, which was good timing, I guess. So I think we're going to be on time, which is great. My colleague is figuring out how we're going to get to the site, which is kind of nice not to have to do that kind of thinking right now because I'm hecka tired. So I might just turn on the audiobook and try and sleep a little. I mean, at least I get like a fluffy pillow and I can... Good night. Excited to be back in a Premier Inn. It's quite simple and rustic, but I remember the last time that I had a brilliant night's sleep, that I loved this bed, and there must be a reason that they're selling their beds as well. So now that I've been traveling a lot more, I'm just really excited to see how this compares now, because well, it looks obviously a little bit dated, but it's clean. And so I am quite excited to see how I'm gonna sleep tonight. Probably I'm just gonna sleep amazing because I'm freaking tired. Also, this hotel room, it totally reminds me of a trip that we had where we were searching for food in the middle of the night because the hotel was being renovated, the pub was closed, and we were driving around trying to find some food. And we were like at midnight, so hungry, getting some pizzas and fries and everything, and we were sitting on that couch with like the whole couch was covered with food. And I just remember these times very fondly. It was a lot of fun. But it was exhausting. But I still enjoyed the company and everything. So yeah, memories. Now let's get some food. The day was long but successful and fun. I need to order a taxi for tomorrow morning so that I can get to the airport in time, so I can get home in time, because I have some work to do at home and some personal stuff to do at home. And then tomorrow evening I'm picking up my nieces and I want to continue listening to Lifelike. Oh, by the way, I did listen to Lifelike on my flight. I am getting back into the story. I do enjoy the story. I do enjoy the idea behind it. Reading the other J. Christoph books, so the Nevernight series, I just feel like there's something more, like some spice, some spark, just something that makes the book different to other books, and that's kind of missing in this one. I feel like the overall idea, yes, but just something in the writing, something in the characters that feels a little bit unexciting, to be honest, even though the idea and the setup and the world is amazing. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but I like it and I'm unimpressed at the same time, to be honest. Let's see. Friday morning, I am heading home. It's 6:10 a.m. I just had like a 45-minute taxi ride because public transportation doesn't operate this early. So another really early morning for me, but now we're here on time. We're ready to get back home. So let's get through security quick so that I can hopefully start working a little so that I get everything done, and by the time I want to pick up my nieces. See you then. To be honest, it's so early. I'm not a person to get up this early, especially not twice in a row. I feel a little bit sick. I tried, like I was half asleep in the taxi, trying to get some extra sleep, but not really a chance. So I couldn't find a good place to charge my laptop, so it can't really work, but I found some healthy food. 250 calories, yogurt, fruit, some granola, and only for like £1.90. That is like unheard of from other airports that I've been to in the past months. I'm really, really happy with this type of food here. I would regularly be happy to eat at the airport, but I guess that's usually not the case. I will probably get my headphones out soon and try and get back into Lifelike. I would love to finish that today, although I'm about 60% in. That means there's quite a lot to go and I have a lot to do today, so I could probably only listen to it for an hour in the car to pick up my nieces, and on the flight and on the train back home. So maybe like 3 hours overall listening time. So let's see if I can finish this out soon. I'm so exhausted. I really wish I could just sleep for a couple of hours, but that's not happening today. I have a feeling I won't be getting much sleep with my nieces either. So yeah, that was smart on my part to do that right after I could get back, but I'm really looking forward to seeing them. So I'm back, and besides the owl crate and the fairy loot, I have this package from Korea. And it's the DaebakBox. So I really was intrigued by this box because it did say it's not just a K-beauty box. It's supposed to have like all sorts of K stuff inspired by K-drama, K-pop, etc. So I was really intrigued. I think I paid $50 for it, and this is probably one of the most expensive boxes so far because this got stuck in customs, and customs mailed them asking what's inside because the list didn't match with the price. So yeah, they didn't answer, and because they didn't answer, I had to pay another $25 to get it for like the highest tax that they could like tax it with. So I paid 75 bucks for it, and I have a feeling it's not going to be worth 75 bucks, but that's because of customs. Now I'm really hoping that this does not only have K-beauty items in it, that because I can get them cheaper in and out boxes. I want more like gimmicks, lifestyle, K-pop, etc., because that's what it was advertised as. So let's see. Okay, so it has a magazine, and that's the first look. So the first thing that I see is socks, like that special, but they seem to be really good quality. Then this is, I believe this is a blush. That looks very little girly, which I love. Right, there we go. And then a sheet mask. You cannot have a box without a sheet mask. Chiju Aloe Ice. This just looks like a simple lotion. Aloe Ice Soothing Gel. So that's like a soothing gel. Okay. This is not a light bulb. This is a beauty product as well. Oh, but that is really fun. Give your skin the respect and care it deserves with the Etude House Glow On Mist. Use the spray to set your makeup or just to give your makeup that freshly applied look. All right. Cable protector. So you just put it on the back so that it doesn't break as easily. I don't really need that, but I have an idea what I do with it. A tin memo case. What's a memo case? Ah, aren't they cute? It's kind of cute. And then we have a tumbler. Oh yes, 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 baby. Look at that. Oh, come on, this is awesome. I am loving this. Last but not least, there's a bag in here. It's also from the Esther Bunny. It's cute, isn't it? And that's it. To be honest, I'm loving it. It's a lot of shit that nobody needs. It's a lot of money, way too much money, but I love that kind of shit. And I mean, do you see these little like hearts? This is such like little girl stuff, but I love it. So I am on my way to pick up my nieces. Such a stressful, well, in a good way stressful. I don't really mind, but the rest of the day was really hectic by just trying to get everything done, trying to leave in time, which I did for once. Almost arriving at my brother's house. I'll pick up my nieces and then we will have fun girls weekend. I have listened to, I'm at like 75% in Lifelike, and I am still enjoying it, but for some reason that spice is still just missing. There's something missing for me to love it. It's a nice story, and there's so much like that's such a great idea behind it, and it's somehow it's boring me, and I don't feel I should be bored because the idea is so awesome. So I have no idea what's causing this. Alrighty, I don't know. Let's see if I can finish that tonight. Having a fabulous time with my nieces. We were in the theme park yesterday and then some shopping. We were in the Netherlands for both of these things, which is awesome as well because Two of them had never been outside of Germany, and overall it was just a lot of fun. I think I fell asleep first, to be honest, but they loved it. My living room looks like a freaking mess. I don't know. They now just want to stay in the car after we had a brunch. They just want to stay in the car coloring. And I think once they're done with that, we will clean up a little, go to a playground, and then I'll drop them off at my brother's. On the way home from my brother's, I'm hoping to finish Lifelike finally. Should I get started with this cleaning? No. No. I think we're gonna do this together. They gotta learn. So I dropped my nieces off. I had a wonderful weekend, and I did finish Lifelike. I do have to say, I can only give this 3 out of 5 stars. I really, really wanted to love this. I do like J. Christoph's writing. I was here for a science fiction story, so I really did want to like it a lot. But for some reason, I just couldn't get any connection with the characters. The romance kind of got on my nerves, to be honest. I just didn't feel it. And the surprises and like the witty writing style just were lacking a little bit for my taste. So I do like the idea behind it. I like the world it plays in. Possibly with other characters, I would have loved it a lot more. So I'm a little bit sad about this, but overall I'm glad that I finished it. So that's it for this week. I am completely feeling my cold again, so I don't know if I am still carrying this flu from London that I was battling last week, but it's now a week later and I'm feeling it again. So I have a feeling that I'm gonna be in my bed tomorrow. I do have a week off from work. I wanted to go in for a couple of hours to get a few things done, but I am afraid that I am exhausted and feeling sick. My gut feeling tells me I will be just sleeping tomorrow and nothing else. So yeah, let's see what next week brings. Bye.